So today I wanted to talk about communication as a co-parent as it relates to homeschool, um, how it works for me, how it does not work for me, different terms that are passed around left and right about arrangements that can be made, and what tools I specifically use and what tools are good out there for co-parents, for those who are able to communicate and with direct contact, and for those who absolutely hate each other, for lack of better words, and they cannot have direct contact without having some kind of an argument. One term that I am coming to know is called parallel parenting, and this is a term that's been around for a while, but I'm just getting whiff of it right now. And it's actually an arrangement. It's still co-parenting, but it's an arrangement in which parents, usually divorced parents, are able to co-parent by means of disengaging from each other, and they have very limited contact. They have to have contact, or otherwise there is no communication. But there is very limited contact. I was reading about a couple, not a couple. I was reading about two parents who have contact, and they communicate completely by text, because if they even hear each other's voices, not even a phone call they're able to do, because there would just be some type of conflict. And they have raised a young lady who is over the age of 13 now, and is a healthy young girl who's very smart, straight A student, and has really good friends, and does ballet, does modeling, all that kind of thing. So it is possible. It is possible to raise a happy, functioning child and have limited communication with their other parent. That was one thing that was a concern for me. It was that, well, if my daughter sees me not really communicating with her dad, is that going to be a problem? Is that going to cause some type of issue between my daughter and I? And what I found that works for us is that, yes, we do have to have communication. It's at least once a week. We do have to have some type of communication, because she lives in two different homes, and so she has to go to his house, she has to come to my house. There has to be some type of communication as to when that's going to happen, and try to make that as smoothly as possible. Now, I do communicate more with his wife, which is a much smoother transaction, because we actually do like each other, unlike some families where the stepmother is the Cinderella connotation of a stepmom, is the Snow White connotation of a stepmom, and so it doesn't really work out. But I'm very grateful that through time, through prayer, through perseverance, and through a lot of work, she and I have a good relationship that we can actually talk to one another. And as far as with my daughter's father, we do a lot of things online to communicate with one another. And the reason that I chose that format is because he can sometimes get forgetful, and so can I. And I need to have it documented, what we've said, in some way. It has to be either written down or recorded. And so that's why I choose to use some of the online tools for homeschooling that I use, like Homeschool Planet, because I can record what it is that the girls are doing, and then they are sent, their dads are sent emails, and they can get daily updates or weekly updates, and they'll know what's going on in the family calendar. And I also send it to their grandparents when their grandparents are visiting, so that they don't inadvertently interrupt an important day of lessons or anything like that, or if things need to be rescheduled because they're visiting. I do that, and everybody is aware of what's happening. So I do use tools like that to be able to communicate not only with their fathers, but with their grandparents, with their aunts when they are visiting, to let keep everybody in the loop.